It's our very first Saturday support call. If you are joining for the first time, which it'd actually be impossible to not be joining for the first time, quick rundown on why I'm spending my time on the weekends to go live on Instagram and YouTube. So, if you don't know this already, it's kind of spent like 4 years working on a business to help money coaches. So, it's a software. And what I want to do is be super available for anyone who might have questions and be at the ready to answer them. And so, what I'm going to do is every week that I'm not out of town, I'm going to go live Saturday at the same time. I'm planning on making that 11 a.m. Eastern time every week. We'll see how my schedule adapts. But what I'd like to do is have this opportunity open for questions and just be able to answer things live about anything Tandem. So I can share screen, I can walk through questions, I can walk through use cases, I can do anything of the sort. And really, what I'm going to do here is just want to see if I get comments on here, but I don't know if they loop in from YouTube or not. But basically, I'm going to hang out on the live. And if anyone joins in, then literally I'm just going to call you out, say hi to you. I am about there's like a 5 to 10 second lag from Instagram. But yeah, I'm just going to hang out and see if I can answer any questions and provide support for anyone who's tuned in. And then if nobody joins, then I'll just keep doing this every single week until people start watching. And we've got one person watching the YouTube. And so if you're logged into the YouTube right now, I'd love to hear a little bit about what it is you're doing in your business. And if there's any way I can help with that. I'm trying to see if I can see the live from my phone. I don't know that I can, but drop a comment. Let me know what's up with your business. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to help. Let me know if you have any questions about Tandem. I figure I might as well share my screen here. Let's see. Chrome tab. Hey, what's going on, Kathy? Tell me about what you do in your business. Are you a money coach? Are you doing something else in your business? Is there anything I can do or anything that we should chat about this morning? Any questions I can answer? Do you want to know more about what we're doing with Tandem Finance? Let me know. Kathy C. Well, look at that. I can show her comment too. It's pretty cool. So if you got nothing in specific, I might as well spend some time and walk you through what we're doing with Tandem. Of course, as other people join in, then welcome to any questions, comments, etc. So really, the problem that we're trying to solve that I've noticed, because I used to be a money coach myself and had this problem, but also noticed from a lot of people in the business is that it's kind of challenging to actually do the fulfillment side of coaching because you're building a course usually, right? Or you're doing one-on-one coaching, which is pretty time intensive. You need to make a full solution for that. And then you actually need to be able to provide feedback on folks' financials. So like, how do you do that? Do you have them go through some kind of software you don't own? Do you make a Google Sheet template, which I'm not really a fan of? What do you do? And then you have client communication. And then you also need to grow your email list. You need to do all these things, right? Oh, okay. Look, I see your comments now. So you're in California, hoping to launch your coaching business in January. You hired a business coach, but your biggest concern is how do I direct people to my YouTube videos when I start creating them after Christmas? Okay, awesome. That is a good question. I will tell you, I'm not like the master of YouTube. I'm a big Instagram guy. So for my lending business, I don't pay for ads. I don't do anything. I just post on Instagram, and that's how I get most of my business. Right. I do think that there's a couple things to keep in mind with YouTube. So last week I had a guest on for our Money Coach Mastery podcast. And one of the things that he had suggested, and he's had a lot of success on YouTube, is start by putting out reels or shorts. I suppose you could do those on YouTube, but Instagram, TikTok, wherever. So you know you're going to get really, really quick feedback, right? And if you put out some kind of topic that you find a lot of people resonate with, then go ahead, turn that into long form. One thing I will mention too on that topic is that the content of mine that performs really well, specific to Instagram and YouTube is similar in some ways, is stuff that my target audience cares about, right? Got a good hook, high production quality, but then oftentimes one of the big things is it's highly relevant for what's going on right now. And so that's great on a platform like Instagram, where probably nobody's going to watch my video from a year ago. It's never going to show up on search, nothing like that. But one thing with YouTube that makes it a little bit different is the concept of being evergreen. And so one of the things with YouTube is you'll find out that your boss is the algorithm, right? And if you want to make money, you got to listen to your boss. And your boss is going to tell you exactly what does or doesn't do well. So getting people directed to your YouTube, I think there's a lot more search component. But I think one of the best ways to actually like kind of start to attract people is to do what you can to collaborate with other people, share your brand, right? That's one of the powerful parts of doing a podcast is that I get on someone's show, they get on mine, their audience sees me, my audience sees them, and then I take a little piece of their audience, and then I go out and continue to do that consistently. I think if you just do stuff solo, it can be kind of challenging. The other thing with YouTube is that platform in particular, like I don't know anyone who blows up in 30 or 60 days. On TikTok, you could do that. Maybe on shorts, but I don't know that a lot of people are watching YouTube shorts, right? Instagram, you can get like from one reel, you can actually get pretty good traction without having that many followers. But on a platform like YouTube, you literally just have to be like, I'm going to commit to doing this every single week, or ideally more than once a week. I'm going to commit to doing this for a full year. Commit to the inputs, even if the outputs don't show up. And along the way, like every time you do it, you like get a little bit better. You learn one thing, especially if you're talking to more people and you ask for feedback on your stuff. But if every single video you just improve one thing slightly, then before you know it, 1 year later, you went from having no idea what you were doing to pretty good. And at that point, you probably have an audience, and it is a compounding effect. So, to go from 1 to 2 is just as difficult, subscribers, as 2 to 4 is just as difficult as 4 to 8. And so you have to learn to count your wins the right way as well. Just, not getting discouraged on that point. So that's cool. I appreciate you tuning in. I guess, Kathy, what got you interested in getting into money coaching, and why do you want to start a new business? And it sounds like you're working with a business coach. How are they suggesting you do fulfillment? Do they have you creating a budget template? Are you emailing your clients? How are you sharing documents? Tell me about that. Or don't. That's cool too. Okay. High level overview. I guess as people join in, you're welcome to ask questions and I'll stop. But for the sake of not staring awkwardly at my computer screen here and committing to doing the inputs for a consistent period of time, really the reason that I think this is going to be a very powerful tool. And ultimately, when I look 3, 6, 9, 12, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years down the road, I think that there's not going to be a lot of money coaches who don't use Tandem or software like Tandem. And there's really a few reasons for that. So, starting off, just the ability to generate passive income. So, I think a lot of people put themselves in a box with the money coaching business for how they're able to actually make money, right? Like, hey, you need to pay me X dollars per month, or you need to X dollars per month for coaching service or some kind of membership, right? Or for a course. And that's the two ways people make money. I think there's probably more like 5 or 6 ways that you could make money. Um, just providing more value, referrals being one of them, right? But the other thing too, it's like, hey, you are able to set up your own software platform that's all you, and then you could make passive income from it, and you don't even necessarily have to coach people who sign up. That's pretty sweet. And we do offer that. Actually, I might as well. Oh, here we go. I'm seeing a bunch more comments from Kathy now. Let's see. I've been helping friends and family for free with different aspects of finance. Okay, awesome. Good for you. You did that for free. You taught a very rigorous high school course. All right. Budgeting to insurance to credit to playing the stock market game. So I figured, why not do something part-time that I love for extra trouble money? We're making a couple grand extra a month. I'm well. Okay, awesome. So sounds like you're already well on your way. This is more like hobby that makes you money and is a source of fulfillment, is what it sounds like to me. So I'm curious, what is sounds like one of your plans for actual acquisition of customers is going to be YouTube, and of course friends and family referrals, right? That's going to be big. What is your plan once you actually get them in the door? How are you going to provide feedback? You'd mentioned that you're going to teach them budgeting, travel money. Nice. You mentioned that you're going to teach them budgeting. So is this going to be something that over the course of time, you're going to be providing feedback to them on their actual financials, or what's the plan for that? While I wait for you to reply, actually show you something that's pretty cool. So this right here, this is actually our test environment. This is not our live environment, but this is what it would look like. I think I'm actually zoomed out. This is what it looks like if you were to set this up for yourself. This URL would actually be 1 to 6 month coaching session programs. Nice. Okay. So check this out. Follow me for a second. This is like, I literally built this software for my own coaching business. That was similar. Mine was a 3-month program. But one of the things that was really challenging for me was that I was like, man, one of the biggest things that people need to do initially is they need to optimize their assets and liabilities, right? So a lot of times that means getting an emergency fund established. A lot of times that means paying off credit card debt, pretty much just like whatever's bad debt, paying it down with your assets that's not making any money. Make sure you've got an emergency fund, and then put your assets that aren't working hard to work. And so I found that it was really hard to give people specific recommendations on that. So check out how easy this would be. So let's just say I'm looking at my clients, and Kelsey is one of my clients, right? So I can go, and once again, like, you don't have to pay for this. It's pretty crazy. So for one, if she wanted to share any files with me, they're right here, right? I can see all of her goals. And let's see, actually, I need to go find somebody with some actual test information. think. Gotta remember we have a bunch of fake ones in here. Okay, I think this one. Yeah. We have some test information in. Okay, all good. Best of luck with your class, Kathy. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you around. But what's really cool is if you wanted to provide specific feedback on somebody with their assets, right? Like you as the coach can literally jump in, go to this proposed changes, and like literally take a look at their stuff and be like, hey, look, you got this credit card debt right now, $3,000 balance. Well, this one's 0% rate. Maybe we don't touch that. This Discover, you've got almost $2,000 on there. Okay. It's interesting. Maybe we pay that off with some of the checking. So you could literally go into somebody, take from that cash account, just do Chase checking. And if we wanted to completely eliminate that credit card, you do 1846.25. And then we'd literally just apply it to that liability. Boom. And now what we're showing is like, hey, look, we can literally get rid of that credit card debt. This is what it'd look like. You'd still have $1,500 in your Chase checking. Get rid of some of that credit card debt at 24% interest. And then that will actually create an action item. It looks like we need to push one change to this environment. Oh, awesome. Well, best of luck with your class. Thank you for chatting. Definitely would love to see you on future Saturday calls. And I believe you're in the Facebook group too that we're starting up. So hoping to get a lot more involvement, continue to grow that, put the inputs in to get that bigger. And let's see. We'll chill here for a minute and see if anyone else tunes in. If nobody tunes in, then fair enough. We got some more work to create some more excitement, get more people on, and frankly, just be available, be open, show behind the scenes, keep rocking and rolling with this stuff. Well, all right. I'm not going to chill on here if we've got nobody tuned in. Will I be back next Saturday? It's actually a good question. Let's see here. I'm flying to Chicago. 6 a.m. Highly unlikely I'll be here next week. The week after. Am I flying? No. So December 28th, I'll be back for our next Saturday support call. Going to be essentially I'm just trying to be available, see if I can be helpful. Obviously talking about Tandem, right? Money coaching businesses. And yeah, that's it. So for anyone who tuned in, thanks for joining. I will catch you guys in about 2 weeks.